All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we are exploring a pretty massive shift happening in the world of electric vehicles. Since the very dawn of the EV revolution, drivers have been, well, basically mentally tethered to wall outlets and fixed charging stations. But what if the power could actually come directly to you? Today, we're breaking down the rise of portable EV power banks. These mobile charging solutions are absolutely changing the way we think about energy on the go, and it's honestly a real game changer.
Now, if you ask anyone who hasn't yet made the leap to an EV what's holding them back, you are almost always going to hear the exact same answer. It's that universal dread of a dead battery. Range anxiety. That's the industry term for it. And according to recent data from AAA, it remains the absolute #1 barrier between consumers and widespread EV adoption. I mean, the fear of being stranded on the side of a busy highway with literally nowhere to plug in. It's incredibly powerful.
And honestly, that fear is totally validated by the numbers. A staggering 60% of drivers still report having serious challenges finding available charging stations during peak hours. So even as the infrastructure expands, that gap between needing a charge right now and actually accessing an open port is causing major headaches for folks.
To put this into perspective, when we look at traditional fixed stations, you're talking about a deployment timeline of 6 to 12 months, plus an average cost of about $50,000 per port just to get the things in the ground. It is an incredibly expensive, slow-moving process that's completely tied up with the traditional power grid. But contrast that with mobile units. They can be deployed in under 48 hours, and they come with significantly lower upfront costs. It's a highly agile alternative to a really rigid system.
So here's our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The infrastructure gap. 2. Roadside rescue operations. 3. Battle of the mobile brands. 4. Powering commercial fleets. 5. Charging pop-up events. And finally, 6. The future of power.
Let's start with Section 1, the infrastructure gap, breaking the grid bottleneck.
You know, while urban centers and major highways do have over 150,000 public charging ports nationwide right now, the sheer growth of EV ownership is completely outpacing the concrete and permits required to build more fixed stations. And the financial reality for businesses is striking. Companies are seeing a massive 40% savings in upfront equipment costs when they opt for mobile charging solutions over permanent installations. For fleet operators, a single mobile charger can support multiple vehicles across different locations every single day. So it really allows businesses to hit their sustainability goals without needing massive, disruptive infrastructure overhauls.
Moving to Section 2, Roadside Rescue Operations. Power on Demand.
AA is actually tackling this range anxiety head-on with a pretty impressive mobile charging pilot program. They've deployed these specialized trucks, fully equipped with mobile EV chargers across 16 major metro areas, everywhere from Orlando to San Francisco. Now, the goal here isn't to give you a 100% full charge. Instead, it's about providing just enough range to get you safely home or at least to the nearest fixed station. And the best part? This service is completely free for AAA members. It's actually built on a full decade of learnings from their original prototype pilot way back in 2010.
To really understand the tech we're talking about, consider the Blink mobile charger. This unit is designed to be highly portable and operates completely independently of the electric grid. It actually utilizes a 6.1-gallon gasoline tank, meaning it basically functions as a generator to deliver up to 7.7 kilowatts of power. With up to 5 hours of runtime, it's a super pragmatic off-grid solution to get a stranded EV moving again. This is especially huge in remote areas where grid access is practically non-existent.
But if you're looking to avoid gas entirely, there are pure battery-powered solutions out there too, like the SparkCharge Roadie Portable. This one is a 20-kilowatt DC fast charger, and it's totally modular. It delivers roughly 1 mile of range per minute of charging. What makes the Roadie so unique is its stackable design. It's kind of like Lego bricks of power. Businesses can stack up to 4 of these batteries together to deliver a total of 60 miles of range in one single go, without burning a single drop of gasoline.
Which brings us to Section 3, Battle of the Mobile Brands. 2 competing philosophies.
We are currently seeing 2 leading startups take completely different approaches to this problem. We have BeCharged on one side and SparkCharge on the other. BeCharged really leans into modular infrastructure that grows alongside user needs, and they focus heavily on supporting commercial fleets. Their setup usually takes around 2 to 4 hours, but they utilize a 60% solar hybrid energy source, which actively cuts down on grid dependency. SparkCharge, as we just mentioned, is built entirely for speed and roadside rescue. Their portable units set up in just 15 minutes using grid-charged, swappable batteries.
So two totally different philosophies, but they're both solving the exact same problem of charging accessibility.
That takes us to Section 4, powering commercial fleets, scaling up.
When we shift up to heavy-duty demand, companies are engineering these massive mobile solutions. A great example is the Exos Hub. It's a towable charging unit built specifically for commercial vehicles. Just looking at the jump from their first to second generation is wild. Charging output increased by 60%, going from 25 kilowatts up to 40 kilowatts. But even more impressively, they managed to shrink the physical footprint of the unit by 43%. They took it from a massive 28-foot trailer down to a much more manageable 16 feet. And this powerhouse allows fleets to charge up to 5 vehicles at the exact same time, entirely bypassing the delays of building stationary infrastructure.
We're also seeing some serious regional dominance play out with companies like EV Mobile Charge OC out in Southern California. They operate an entire fleet of 42 battery-integrated vans. Powered by that off-grid B-Charge tech we talked about, they can deliver a 25 to 50 kilowatt-hour boost in under 30 minutes. But what's truly revolutionary here is their Fleet Power Plus subscription model. They actually pre-position their charging vans directly at commercial customer depots during peak shift changes. This completely flips the traditional model on its head. Fleets can buy their electric vehicles today and just use mobile charging to keep them running, waiting to add permanent fixed chargers only when the permits and grid upgrades are finally ready to go.
Next up, Section 5, charging pop-up events, temporary power hubs.
Now, what about temporary setups? Companies like EV Safe Charge are catering specifically to national event planners with a service called EV Charge Mobile. It's a really comprehensive rental solution that handles the whole shebang, from delivery and setup to permitting and insurance, all for temporary DC fast charging. Whether it's a music festival or a big auto launch, they've got it covered. And here is a brilliant little detail. Depending on the site, they power these chargers through existing location power, solar panels, or self-contained generators. And if they absolutely have to use fossil fuel generators to create the electricity, EV Safe Charge offsets the carbon footprint by actively planting trees, ensuring the events remain as green as possible.
If you're ever the one organizing an event like this, the charging manufacturer Kempower provides a fantastic, super practical 4-step procedural guide to guarantee things go smoothly. Step 1. Carefully assess the sheer volume of vehicles and their specific range needs. Step 2. Check the venue for existing heavy-duty electricity. You're looking specifically for 63-amp or 32-amp sockets. Step 3. Always verify your charging standards, with the most common being CCS. And finally, Step 4, strategically plan the physical location of the hub so drivers can easily find it and, crucially, so it doesn't interrupt the natural flow of your event.
Finally, Section 6, the future of power. What's next? The trajectory of this industry is just fascinating. Analysts are projecting a massive 35% annual growth for mobile EV charging solutions all the way through 2030. And the emerging tech? It is really pushing boundaries. By 2026, we expect to see actual wireless charging prototypes hitting the market. We're also seeing the integration of AI-driven dynamic load balancing. Basically, the software automatically shifts power to the specific vehicle that needs it most urgently, which achieves a crazy 98% efficiency. And perhaps most incredibly, engineers are actively developing autonomous, self-deploying mobile charging units. Imagine a little robot that can navigate to your parked car, charge it up, and leave, all completely on its own. No way, right?
To emphasize where this is all heading, there's a great quote from a leading automotive engineer. They noted, "Inductive systems will eliminate cable clutter while improving customer convenience." Ultimately, the overarching goal here is completely seamless integration. The burden of plugging in, frantically finding a station, or worrying about heavy cables will eventually just disappear into the background of a really smart wireless ecosystem. So we'll leave you with this final thought to ponder. As we untether from the wall and start bringing the power directly to the vehicles themselves, how will the shift from fixed power grids to on-demand mobile energy change your daily commute? Will range anxiety completely become a thing of the past? We really hope this explainer has illuminated the fascinating, rapidly changing world of mobile EV charging for you. Thanks so much for exploring this with us, and we'll catch you on the next one.